Today on Trend, Olga shows us all the current trends in bedding and organic textiles. We look at the latest and greatest in technology of blinds and window coverings. Mark Owen-Flood takes us to his favorite vantage point to talk all about Victoria. Ingrid, this neighborhood is so park-like and quiet and serene. It's so gorgeous here.
And welcome to Persimmon Drive. It really is a special spot in the heart of Victoria and the Saanich area. You really wouldn't know that this sanctuary is here. It's so tranquil. We can hear the birds, no traffic noise. It just is such a special location, and this home is really beautiful.
And it's got such a mature setting as well. I mean, the grounds here, I just feel like I'm at Beacon Hill or something.
And it's one of the original homes and has a larger property size footprint. It's over half an acre. And I think that speaks to the vintage of the home, built in 1955 by a local family. And they had a connection with farmer construction, so very great quality built, super solid bones. And my couple, who have a background with renovations, Dan is a professional artisan painter, they really wanted to create and recreate this beautiful home with a little bit of a European flair and background.
So this home was built in the 50s, but it was one of the first originals in the neighborhood, a nice mature neighborhood, but it's right off of the area with lots of amenities as well. So it's very close by.
Oh, this is one of the premier spots in Saanich. You're just a few blocks away from Cedar Hill Golf Course, where they have, of course, the beautiful trip trail. You're a block from the Root Cellar, which is just a fabulous local grocer. And then the larger shopping at Saanich Centre is just a few minutes west of us here. So you're definitely in such a convenient location. And if you want to zip into town, it's literally like 10 minutes, or back out to the peninsula and enjoying all of the farms along Blenkinsop and all that beautiful area of Saanich has to offer. So my folks were the second owners, and as they started to peel back the layers, getting ready for the major renovation that they undertook in 2016, they came across this board that the family had written on and acknowledged that this was built by William Looney and his family, and the children signed it as well. And it was just such a special memento.
And it's a true time capsule.
Absolutely. And I think that heart and soul and energy and feel sometimes really does come through in these special homes.
That's such a great idea. I wish I had thought of that when I was doing my renovation, because I think often when we purchase the home, you don't think about who had it before. You're just focusing on making it home for yourself. But it's so neat to think that the original owners put so much care into the design of the home and the build, and that somebody else loved it too.
And this is being translated into Dan and Pauline, who have really embraced and just taken this home to that next level of quality, where I know the Looney family would be very, very proud. And with the level of detail and the space, we've got the primary bedroom on the main, but a nice complement of 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a completely lower level that's finished, plus a workshop area. It really provides an opportunity, whether the flexibility with a family or executive couple or extended family, it really provides a great complement of space. And the attention to detail on the interior and the finishes, Dan being a master painter, he's even done gold leaf on the cornices in the primary bedroom.
This home was from the 50s, but with all the renovations that your clients did, it really makes it feel like a new home. All of the upgrades and luxuries, essentially.
And you're absolutely right, Amy. With the solid build of the 50s, you're now getting all of the new updates that virtually is a brand new home, from a new roof, all new windows, They incorporated a heat pump for cooling, a gas fireplace, and all of the interior fit and finish. Every single bathroom was updated, and wait till you see the kitchen. It's absolutely stunning with this large granite inviting island, and that opens up all of the natural light with the 3 beautiful skylights with the vaulted ceiling. So when you first walk in, you're just really impressed from just the whole feel and ambiance of this completely renovated home.
This was a renovation that was very high quality as well. So as for the finishes and everything that they've done, it just really elevates the space.
And that's a real testament, and you immediately get that sense as you enter. And again, you're feeling like you're almost in a little bit of a European villa, again, right in the heart of Saanich.
The other unique thing about this property is the size of it. That's very rare in this area, isn't it?
Absolutely. So over half an acre. And it has been beautifully and professionally landscaped. And even though it's extensive grounds and gardens, it's actually quite low maintenance.
Right.
They've planned it so it's very seasonal with the plantings, a lot of perennials that are coming up through the different summer months and fall blooms. And it just provides such a unique backdrop. You've got your own Gary Oak Meadow at the back. That's separate art studio is positioned right in that meadow. And you really, again, feel like you're in this beautiful sanctuary of an amazing home and location.
It really is such a unique and rare finding. Olga, I think that I could spend hours looking around in your new showroom. It's absolutely beautiful.
We love it. We love the size of it. We love the ability to display a bunch of beautiful textiles that are on point with trends today in their colors and also materials. And we also love the fact that we're able to show our customers our cocoon line of bedding, which is organic cotton, latex, and wool, creating toppers and beautiful luxurious comforters and pillows. So we have lots of space for people to do that and have consultations with them about their best solutions. And then we have the privilege and fun part of topping them off with all of these beautiful blankets and throws and even robes and towels and all kinds of things to make the sanctuary and the bedroom really an extension of one's personality.
Well, and what I love is the colors that they offer are so natural and beautiful, or they can add a little punch or be layered.
Yeah.
Because that's really a great way to achieve that cozy look, is layering things with the bedding.
Yeah, layering the different textiles and even patterns. And then the different looks are fun too, because although we have many different colors here, you can make it quite colorful by mixing them together, or you can do a more monochromatic style of maybe 2 colors or just even one with the creams and whites that we offer in the store. So yeah, lots of ability, and even with the different patterns you see here, that's really nice to throw on top even as a third piece if you have your duvet and then you have your lovely bedspread, and then some people will just swish a beautiful throw over it. So yeah, lots of ways of creating a little atmosphere of who you are and your personality.
What I love too is really changing things up by the season, whether that's the thickness or the colors or just like the mix of everything.
Yeah, even the materials. This is actually the pebbled stitch quilt. It's hand stitched and it's all cotton. It's actually got some weight to it.
Well, that's the one that I have at home, and I find it really does add that little bit of warmth when there's just some chill in the air.
Yeah, and for people who don't want to do wool, this is a great option for all seasons. Then we have things like this that are bedspreads, a little bit thinner, but a nice extra layer in the winter, and it can be used on its own in the summer. And of course, again, you've got all the colors and beautiful relief patterns within. Here, down here, we actually have like the Canadian classic wool blanket, and these are Canadian made, and people like to use them outside around the fire or even inside on the couch.
And they're beautiful just to show off.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then of course you see the herringbone down here, which people say is, it's gorgeous enough to wear as a shawl, in fact. And then these are really nice too. These are throws, and they're a cotton and wool blend, and they're actually machine washable, but also all organic. so incredibly breathable. And then this is about the softest one. It's brushed cotton. People are really drawn to this one. It's almost got a velvety feel. So in combination, you can really create a look for your room, which you can change out seasonally as well. I know you've shared with me that you like to do that. So like a wardrobe, people often are drawn to change the feel and look of their bedroom, obviously, depending on the mood and where they're at too.
I think you just need to have some fun with it.
Absolutely, that's the way to go.
Thank you so much, Olga.
You're welcome.
Interior design is such an important aspect of either a renovation or a new build. One of the things that we spend a lot of time on is kitchen design. It's so important because we spend so much of our time there. It has to be a really usable, functional space and look good. The planning process is one of the most lengthy time periods. You really need to put thought into everything. I really ask my clients to think about the work triangle. That's the area between the fridge, the stove, and the sink. How they work in the space, how many cooks are there, what's their inventory as far as small appliances and things that they need storage for. We have to plan for all of this ahead of time. Whether you like lots of drawers, pullouts, organizers, these are all things that we can put in at the very beginning. You want to walk through the space mentally and make sure that nothing has been missed. And then it comes time to really making it look beautiful once you've got the plan down and the footprint complete. Other things to think about are finishes such as countertops, cabinetry colors. You also want to think about appliances, what's important to you, and then the extras like sinks and faucets and all of that gets tied together. I know it might sound overwhelming, but a well planned out kitchen is going to serve you so well in the end. Lori, Hunter Douglas has so many products and options. A lot of my clients don't even know where to start.
Oh, we can totally understand that. It can feel a bit daunting when you walk into the showroom too and see all the products available.
But it's actually a great thing because there's something to offer for everybody, even when it comes to the lift system.
There are several options, and knowing the right questions to ask are so important because part of that plays into what lift system is really ideal for your situation, your family, or if it's a rental unit. Like there's all kinds of important factors that play a part.
And when we're talking lift system, it's essentially how the blind goes up.
Correct.
Yes.
It's how to operate it. With the different operating systems with Hunter Douglas, the light rise option is a great place to start, quite honestly.
Some people just want to keep it really simple.
Exactly. And if your windows are easily accessible, why complicate it?
Yes.
You know, you can simply lift and lower it with one hand and you're done. So the next option is the Ultra Glide, which is the ease of a wand to operate your blinds.
This guy here?
That's right. Simply pull it off to the right to raise it.
Yeah, to any level you want, essentially.
Really,
too.
exactly.
You
Goes,
can stop it.
and then to pull it to the left and it's let it go and it goes
Amazing.
down. It is.
They're just so easy.
It is. It is very intuitive and easy to use, and that's a great option when, you know, it's a hard to reach window. If you think of reaching over a sofa or your kitchen sink, you know, having the wand is super important.
And you can have different lengths of the wands and such too to accommodate those heights.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then what's our next option?
Well, the next one is a really fun one too. It's soft touch, and the availability of this is in certain products, but most of them. And you simply pull it down to lower it, and you push it up to raise it again to any height you want.
Right.
And you pull it down slightly and it lowers, and again.
So it's sort of the hybrid.
Exactly.
Between motorization and
well, it is.
system.
It's really the next step is motorization, right? But this is so, you know, easy to use again and doesn't require any complicated programming or applications. It's just a simple wand.
But if you do want the PowerView motorization option, that's what's really exciting.
Well, and that is the ultimate, right?
Yes.
In home automation and with your window coverings. I mean, and there's so many options with the technology itself and improvements that were made this year, the remote that you get, the ease of use of that. In addition, the app on your phone and being able to control everything from a really intuitive, easy to use app.
One of the things I love about the app is
Yeah.
that you can just program it so it goes up or down with sunset, sunrise. You can actually operate them, say, on your vacation rental when you're not even there.
Absolutely. I mean, it creates that sort of home automation feel of just, you know, you arrive home and it sets the scene that you're used to. When you're away, for security reasons, even for that matter, your blinds and window coverings are going up and down, or you could see something and realize away from home you want to make a change.
And there's even options in the logistics as well. So if you're doing a brand new build, you could have it hardwired to the blind.
Absolutely.
Or if it's a renovation, I love the rechargeable battery pack. You don't have to put batteries in anymore.
No.
They last forever.
They do. They last such a long time, but if you have the opportunity to hardwire it, absolutely, that is the best way to go.
Thank you so much, Lori.
Yeah, thank you, Amy.
Go global with Newport Realty and Christie's International. With its rocky coast, luscious green hills, and vibrant urban areas, there's much to offer. This is Ireland. Ireland is #1 in the Good Country Index, and according to Travel and Leisure magazine, has the 1st, 3rd, and 4th friendliest cities in the world. Undoubtedly, one of the most impressive homes in County Dublin. Rathbury sits on approximately 1 acre of beautiful landscaped grounds and enjoys tremendous privacy. This superbly appointed home has elegant accommodation complemented by an abundance of original features, synonymous with properties of this era in a very specific arts and crafts style. There's many expenses with buying in Ireland. Make sure you use a local international buyer's agent to get you the best deal. I'm Danny Vales, going global with Newport Realty and Christie's International.
Mark, we're here today at one of your favorite locations in Victoria, and I have to admit it's one of mine too.
So I love it here because I think you can see the whole of Victoria. Victoria is such a great community, Amy. You start at the downtown core, one of the oldest harbors on the whole coast of North America. Then you have Esquimalt. You then move out to Langford, Millstream, Colwood, and Souk. And as you work your way around this way, you've got Cook Street Village, Oak Bay Village, Cabra Bay Village, Cadova Village, and all the way up to Sydney.
And all of those villages have a little bit to offer for anybody, no
They
matter
do.
what you're looking for.
They do. With a gross population of now 400,000 in Victoria, you can still get to every community in an easy 30 minutes.
Well, and what I love about this location up here at Mount Doug is the fact that you can hike up one side and enjoy all the greenery and everything that that lifestyle has to offer. Or if you're not quite feeling it that day, you can drive up to the top and watch the sunsets.
Yeah, and there's so many other things to do. We have so many green belt areas. This whole area down here is preserved because the ALR will never be subdivided. That was the 1970s. And they got great hiking over there in Mount Finlayson, Bear Mountain.
And all of the scenery that this has to offer.
And Victoria brings people in with so many different hobbies and interests. No one's cut from the same cloth that lives in Victoria. You could be a golfer, you could be a boater, you could be a hiker. You may want to go to the University of Victoria. You may work for the government. You may work for yourself. And you can work from anywhere in the world with the internet and new technology today. So it brings a huge influx of interesting people and families that have grown up in this environment too.
And you've grown up in this environment, so you know all of the communities and what they have to offer.
Yeah, it's a great community to live in. There's some great universities, great schools. You can go sailing one day and you go skiing the same day, go hiking. You can go downtown, catch a great symphony. You can do anything you want.
And that really is one of your jobs, is dealing with the clients and what exactly it is that they're looking for, because everybody's so different and they might not even know where to start.
It's true, and that's one of the reasons I come up here, because I show them the whole city and the breadth of the city. And our city is actually not a very big city, because we're surrounded by water.
That's true.
And you only have this land from there to there, so it's 2 bookends, with a 3rd bookend being out in the Langford area.
And a lot of consistent growth.
There has been. So the growth of Victoria was 300,000 in about 1990. Places like Oak Bay and Sandwich have only grown very small in amount, but the whole growth has been in the western communities. And we're lucky to have that growth too, because it's an exceptional area, by the water, by rural roads, and of course the new school they're building out there too.
This is really a great discovery because you can find out what it is that your clients are looking for
Correct.
and what it is that they need for their lifestyle.
Correct. And I notice that you're up here, they'll say, what's that over there? I'll say, oh, that's a golf course. Do you golf? And I'll tell them I believe there's 12 to 14 golf courses in Victoria. Or someone will look at the schools, the University of Victoria. You can talk about Roll Roads, University of Victoria, Camosun College. So it's a hotbed of different activities in the city. Victoria real estate is a good blue chip stock. If you go historically, it goes up by 5% per year. We never have huge fluctuations. We never have huge boomer years, but always good years. I've been doing this since 1990, and generally it's 5% per year. Some years may go up 20%, and we may get 5 years of flatness.
It really is such a desirable location here. I find clients come from all over Canada because this is the hot spot. It's such great weather.
They're here for lifestyle. They're here for this beautiful view we have here. They're here for the city, the symphony, outdoor hiking, golfing, boating, sailing, Vancouver, Seattle. It's all here.
And being part of Newport Realty really adds to the experience
It does.
as well.
Newport Realty is the fabric of Victoria's community. It's a unique real estate firm in Canada. We've got bookends in Sydney and one in Oak Bay. One day we'll be on the Western communities. A well-run firm, great staff, great support staff.
And you grew up here in Victoria, but Alana did not. She chose to move here.
She did.
And make this her home.
And Alana came to Victoria, she'll tell the story, and she's chosen Victoria to raise her family. And what a better spot than Victoria.
It's so true. Thank you so much, Mark.
Amy, thank you very much. That's been great. Really appreciate it.
Alana, rumor has it that you decided to make Victoria home. What was it that brought you here?
Honestly, I Googled the most British place in Canada and it was Victoria. And then I came here on a holiday to check it out. And so it was a choice between Victoria or Vancouver. And as soon as I got to Victoria, I just fell in love with it and decided it was going to be my home.
It's such an amazing place for family and your kids love it. There's so much to do here.
Oh, absolutely. And that's my number one point as to why we came. It's such a great community, really similar to England with all the villages, and it was such a great place for kids.
And it's such a great story because then you can tell your clients about this and help them make the right decision in their move.
Hopefully.
Alana, why did you decide to become a realtor?
I actually became a realtor at the age of 19 in the UK. So it was a great transition when I came over to Canada to continue in the same career path. And I started as an administrative assistant in real estate and then branched out to get my real estate license last year.
And you and Mark really are a great complement to each other.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Thank you so much, Alana.
Oh, thanks.